jury has convicted R. Kelly of child pornography and exploitation. The verdict was handed down late yesterday afternoon at the Dirksen Federal Building. Kelly was found guilty on 6 of the 13 counts against him. A sentencing date has not been set. Reporter Jim DeRogatis has been reporting on R. Kelly for more than 20 years. He's also the author of the book Soulless, the case against R. Kelly, and he joins us on Zoom this morning. Hey, Jim.
Good morning, my friends.
Maybe you could help explain the split verdict and your reaction to that.
Yeah, well, it's rare that the feds lose. The feds themselves have been saying that. Kelly is convicted on 6 counts of making child pornography and enticing the minors in those videos, 14-year-olds, to have sexual contact with him. So in some ways, it's a vindication of the verdict in 2008. But he was acquitted on charges of working with his 2 co-defendants to rig the 2008 trial, the state trial here in Chicago. Those 2 things don't add up. He was guilty in 2008. He is guilty again now. We still don't know as a city how the judicial system failed us in the courtroom of Judge Vincent Gaughn from 2002 to 2008. It was a sloppy federal case. But the bottom line is Kelly abused these minors, and he's going to have added prison time, 10 to 90 years. The prosecution wants it on top of the 30 years he's already going to be serving from the Brooklyn trial. And
he's still facing a case in Cook County, correct?
He is, Kim Foxx, and another case in Minneapolis. Much of the evidence in Kim Foxx's state case was presented in this federal case. Hearing from so many of the survivors, they would like this to be over. Kelly is effectively going to spend the rest of his life in prison. How much more are we going to have to deal with this in the headlines? Because they are traumatized every time it's in the news.
Hey, real quick, Jim, a 14-year-old on tape involved in this situation. What about the parents in all this?
Well, the father was dead of the main victim, Jane. The mother testified and was given immunity, as was Jane. I think the sad, sick story of that entire contact with that minor has not really been told. The defense tried to tear it down and question it. This was an expert predator who knew how to corrupt families, split them apart. The girl's aunt on the video, Sparkle, the singer, was vilified as being part of a conspiracy to bring Kelly down. She was trying to save her niece, as was Barry Hankerson, right, Aaliyah's uncle. And neither of them testified. I have a list of another dozen people who should have been part of this trial. I do not understand the sloppiness of the federal case.
All right, Jim DeRogatis, we appreciate you joining us.
Thank you, Jim.
You bet.